So the 2016-17 Golden State Warriors were pretty good. Such is life when you add Kevin Durant just 1 year after winning 73 games and coming within a single win of yet another title. After winning their second championship in 3 years, many are already calling the 2016-17 Dubs the best NBA team ever. You can say what you want, but there are a number of great NBA teams throughout history that could have taken them down. I'm Justin Fraction, and today we dive into 10 NBA teams who could have beaten the 2016-17 Golden State Warriors, and a big shout out to Mario Rodriguez-Canuto for suggesting this list. We do hope you enjoy this video, and if you do, feel free to click subscribe down below for more cool videos every single day. Number 10, 1993-94 Houston Rockets. Led by league MVP Hakeem Olajuwon, the Rockets won 58 games and were one of the best teams of the entire 90s decade. Olajuwon took games over on his own by averaging 27.3 points per game. 4 other Rockets averaged double-digit points per game. Olajuwon also took home the league's Defensive Player of the Year award as Houston played terrific all-around defense. You couldn't shoot on him and you couldn't attack the rim. Houston won the NBA championship, defeating the New York Knicks in 7 games. Olajuwon would have taken Steph Curry to school in this series. As for KD, he'd be able to shut him down too, believe me. Number 9, 2012-13 Miami Heat. LeBron James' supporting cast in Miami was better than what he had in Cleveland during the 2017 NBA Finals. He had Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, a pair of future Hall of Famers. He had the best three-point shooter of all time in Ray Allen. Mario Chalmers was also a slick three-point shooter. Miami's defense also ranked 5th in the NBA, allowing 95 points per game. They had guys like Chris Anderson to get in the faces of the opposition's top player. Without a doubt, the 2012-13 Heat would have given the Dubs a huge run for their money. Number 8, 2003-4 Detroit Pistons. The Pistons didn't score a lot of points, but they didn't give up a whole lot of points either. Ben Wallace was in his prime as the league's top defensive player. Chauncey Billups was Mr. Big Shot. The other Wallace, Rasheed, was also a big-time competitor. Detroit allowed just 84.3 points per game. They met the heavily favored Los Angeles Lakers in the NBA Finals. Ben Wallace completely shut down Shaq. Kobe Bryant couldn't do anything either. The Pistons embarrassed LA so badly in 5 games that it led Shaq to leaving the Lakers once and for all. No reason to believe this stacked, shut-down defense couldn't stymie the 2016-17 Warriors. Number 7, 2002-3 San Antonio Spurs. The Spurs had the Big Three in their prime, led by 2003 MVP Tim Duncan. They also had a future Hall of Famer in David Robinson, who was in his own swan song season. Oh, and Steven Jackson also provided good depth by averaging 11.8 scoring per game. But despite all the scoring, the Spurs' identity was all on defense. They surrendered the 3rd fewest points per game and had the NBA's 3rd best rating. Duncan was a rebound master, and the Spurs were top to top when their offense was on. The Spurs beat the New Jersey Nets to win their 2nd NBA championship. So you had Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and Tony Parker in their primes, plus great help off the bench. Yeah, this Spurs team would have put up a good fight against the Warriors. Number 6, 1999-2000 Los Angeles Lakers. Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant. We could say enough said there, but we'd like to continue. How about Big Shot Bob, Robert Horry? Or another up-and-coming star in Derek Fisher? The Lakers posted a 98.2 defensive rating, the best in the NBA. They also won an astonishing 67 games. Shaq and Kobe easily overwhelmed the league as the Lakers defeated Reggie Miller's Indiana Pacers in the NBA Finals. Shaq and Kobe versus Stephen Curry and Kevin Durant. Gotta like the former there, especially with that shutdown defense. Number 5, 1988-89 Detroit Pistons. The Pistons won 63 games and Isaiah Thomas takes most of that credit. But what about Dennis Rodman, arguably the greatest defensive player of all time? And Joe Dumars was named to the NBA's All-Defensive First Team. We should also mention Bill Laimbeer. That guy was physical and dirty, but he knew how to play. Detroit completely shut down Magic Johnson's Showtime Lakers in the 1989 NBA Finals, sweeping them to capture the championship. This may be the best defense in NBA history we're talking about. They could have totally overwhelmed the 2016-17 Warriors. Number 4, 1971-72 Los Angeles Lakers. Okay, where do we go? We can start with Wilt Chamberlain, a top 10 all-time player who won the 1972 NBA MVP. Or we can mention Jerry West and his 25.8 points per game. Or we can mention Elgin Baylor. Or just state that 6 different Lakers averaged double-digit points per game. The Lakers averaged 121 points per game, most in the league that season. They took down the New York Knicks to win the NBA championship. Oh man, I wouldn't be shocked if they swept these 2017 Warriors. Curry is no Chamberlain, Durant may never be a West. Someone find a DeLorean time machine already. I want to see this matchup. Number 3, 1985-86 Boston Celtics. Larry Bird was the NBA MVP as the Celtics won 67 games. Both he and Kevin McHale averaged over 20 points per game. Another Celtics legend, Robert Parrish, did his part when it came to scoring and defense. In fact, McHale and Dennis Johnson were each named to one of the NBA's all-defensive teams. Boston's defensive rating of 102.6 was tops in the NBA that season. Oh, and Bird, McHale, and Parrish formed a top 10 all-time Big Three. The 1985-86 Celtics were also the NBA champions. So yeah, we think this offensive and defensive juggernaut could take down the Warriors. They had all the pieces for it. Number 2, 1986-87 Los Angeles Lakers. The third Lakers team to be on our list. The peak of Magic Johnson's Showtime Lakers. Johnson totally dominated the NBA. Winning the MVPs, he averaged 23.9 points and a ridiculous 12.2 assists per game. He was complemented by the NBA's all-time leading scorer in Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and another Laker legend, James Worthy. 7 different Lakers averaged at least 10 points per game. LA won 65 games and defeated Larry Bird's Boston Celtics in the NBA Finals. Magic, Kareem, Worthy. Much scarier than KD and Curry. Take the Lakers in this dream matchup. And number 1, 1995-96 Chicago Bulls. The greatest team in NBA history. 72 wins, 37 straight home victories to begin the season. Michael Jordan was the MVP. Dennis Rodman was an all-NBA defensive first-teamer, averaging 14.9 rebounds per game. And hey, didn't the Bulls have Scottie Pippen? Yeah. The way we look at it, Jordan is better than Durant. Rodman would shut down Durant and Curry. Pippen would run over Curry. Jordan would make the clutch shots. The 1995-96 Bulls remained the best team in NBA history, so they would beat the 2017 Warriors. At least, that's the way we see it. Do you agree that these teams could have beaten the 2016-17 Warriors? Join us in the comment section below. If you liked this video and learned a couple of things, click that like button down there. It helps us out a ton, and we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to Total Pro Sports, though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.